Greetings, I'm Dr. Jamila Codrington, a New York-based licensed psychologist, longtime member of the Association of Black Psychologists, and a past president of the New York chapter. As a mental health practitioner, I'm grounded in an African-centered framework. I have a strong commitment towards social justice and anti-racism. I also believe with every fabric in my being that the cultural arts are a powerful tool for healing and self-care. Before going into the field of psychology, I danced. I grew up immersed in the African dance and drum culture in New York City. I danced with professional companies, I danced for fun, and now as a psychologist whose clinical work and consulting practice are heavily steeped in trauma and anti-racism, I use African dance, drum, and rhythm as an entry point for my own well-being and to manage the heavy emotional toll of this work. Research studies have shown time and time again what African traditions have already taught us and what I've personally experienced and witnessed. People feel better when they dance. On a basic level, when you move, when you sweat, when you breathe, the endorphins that you release leave you feeling happier. Dancing also promotes endogenous opiates, the body's own morphine, like painkillers. And so it can help us control pain. Dance also teaches us not to be afraid of authentic self expression and to listen to our bodies, which speak to us. It provides an opportunity to communicate with a new voice, which is particularly important for marginalized cultural groups with a history of oppression, such as people of African descent. And when we take it up a notch, and when we integrate traditional dance and ancestral drum rhythms that are rooted in our heritage, this exponentially increases the therapeutic benefits. Here's why. First, we are more than just our bodies, emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Within African psychology and the Association of Black Psychologists, we recognize that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we understand the significance of integrating spirit into wellness practices. For me, spirit is housed in the ancient African rhythms that have been passed on and preserved for centuries by our collective ancestors. When I connect with the rhythm and the movements, I feel connected to my own spirit and to our collective ancestral spirits. I feel fortified. The African rhythms played on the drum are audible positive vibrations that reverberate through the body and the spirit. These rhythms can soothe the spirit, they can ignite the spirit, they can calm the body, they can energize the body, they can transport you to a totally different dimension, they can also ground you right where you are. So the range of African-based drumming knows no bounds. It can even reach the nervous system and the brain. And again, while we don't need science to introduce us to what we have already practiced historically, research studies confirm that drumming lowers stress and anxiety levels and can even induce a natural euphoria by increasing alpha brain waves. So, take an African diasporic dance class, join a drumming class, join a drum circle. There's healing in community. These experiences provide an opportunity for us to sync up our own spirit with those that have kindred spirits. It allows us to listen and meditate to traditional African rhythmic drumming. It allows us to release the negative energy that can form blocks of energy inside of our body and create some of the mental health issues. Let the rhythms teach you, how to flow with the ups and downs of life. And also, since trauma is stored in the body, and many people of African descent are dealing with the psychological residue of enslavement and the ancestral and intergenerational trauma, we benefit from approaches to healing in which we take in the music and the dance that our ancestors have traditionally used for medicine. So just a few things to keep in mind. Dance does not have to be a performative act. Everybody can dance, no matter your age, your body type, your skill level. When it's for self-care, it is purely a form of self-expression. Just allow your body to flow in whatever way the rhythm moves you. Allow yourself to connect with community and with spirit. Leave your ego behind. If you prefer, you can start out with an online class or beginner's class, so that you may not have that pressure. And if you're looking for an African diasporic dance class, Facebook has a host of resources. You can check out dance classes, conferences, concerts, and workshops worldwide, which is a Facebook group. Another one is African Dance and Drum Circle, and that has an online shareable spreadsheet with more than 100 artists and instructors offering online classes in every time zone. There's also region-based Facebook groups. They have one for New York City, for Philly, for the Bay Area, for San Diego. And you could also just go on YouTube and find a nice playlist that speaks to you and just dance for yourself and freestyle to the drums. So I hope you take these things in mind as you engage in a dance and rhythm-filled self-care journey that allows you to connect with community, with culture, and with spirit.